Okay, this is the second part of our review of library books for the whole Pride Month. Things that our kids are seeing, things that are more available to us, things that personal ideas. Sexuality never used to be a big deal in mainstream media. Sexuality always used to be a behind the closed doors, and you do what you're gonna do, and now it's like this all in your face thing, and this is how you're supposed to identify yourself now. So I was looking in the teen section of books, and the unfortunate thing was that I could only find one book that actually stuck out about this issue. I say unfortunate because understanding the things that my daughters read, it's not just out there for you to see and understand, oh, this book is about this. No, it's actually integrated into different books, different story types. It's integrated into romance. It's integrated into books about sports. It's integrated into our manga. It's integrated into so many different things. So it's hidden, and that scares me because my kids are seeing these things in their television shows, like the show itself, but then there is something that is snuck in. There's someone who gives someone like a little side eye, or Buzz Lightyear, for instance. Out of nowhere, we throw in a gay couple kissing. Excuse me. Why does this have to be part of our storytelling? Our sexuality should not be so much into our culture. So this goes into this one book that I found, because you can't not see this bright thing. And yes, every single page looks like this. Look at this. What the crap? Some of these pages I can't even show on this screen because YouTube would take it down. But yet, our teenagers are allowed to see it. How a penis looks. Different types of breasts, how they look. All about periods and gay relationships, and it's just, ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna stick to the little tabs that I have because I only got that far through the book and already had a lot of things that I was like, what on earth? What is a slut? How do gay people have sex? My cousin watches porn all the time. And these are little notes that they put in. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize the graffiti on it. Yuck. Sex ed. Am I ready? So, what do we know about sex? We know it's something people do. But does everyone do it, or only some people? Do you always need two people for sex, or can you do it by yourself? And this, sex is only a funny word because it only has 3 letters, but it has so many meanings. It's not just something people do, it's about who we are and how we feel. Sex is about our bodies, and for some, it's about our spirit too. Oh, ew. Okay. Have you ever heard of someone having a tutor for sex? But why not? Why is the way we learn about sex so different from the way we learn about everything else? Because it's not like everything else. I will say the class values, the sex ed class values, I will agree with. Respect, trust, justice, joy, choice, and power. Try not to be mean and laugh with, not at. Yeah, no, no. I'm gonna read these 3 little topics to you. This is what our teenagers are looking at and reading and stuff. Sex is a word people use to categorize bodies. People often think that female and male are the only categories. Yes. Sex is a word people use to describe something they do to feel good in their bodies. People call this having sex. Having sex is something people can choose to do on their own and with other people. Why are we teaching kids that our masturbation is okay? Sex is also a word people use to talk about making babies. There are lots of different ways to make babies. And different ways to have sex. But one kind of sex results in making babies. Okay, some of that could be relevant, but some of that is totally not child acceptable. Okay, this, I don't know why they put this in here, but it's not okay. They don't want us as Christians to do things like they say are bashing or homophobic or whatever. Then how on earth is this okay? They don't really know us, but they judge us as a good or bad person and act like everything should agree with their judgment. And it's all about people who believe in God. Stop gay sex. God says homosexuals are bad, not my God. No. No. Okay. Now, these titles are good guidance. Respect, trust. How do people show me they're trustworthy? They listen to me and respect my privacy, try to help if I ask for it. That's good. Don't pressure me. What does trustworthy mean? That's good. Joy, power, justice, choice, all of these different things are good. But how they're talking about them, the words that are used to manipulate certain thoughts and feelings, again, this is why basing things on feelings isn't good, because feelings can be manipulated, feelings can be changed, feelings do change, and if you tell young people anything, they're going to believe you to some degree. It can seem like some people share everything about themselves, but we all have parts of ourselves we show and parts we keep private. At some point, we all choose to share something private with someone else, but that doesn't mean we want everyone to know. Why are these things not kept private? Why are these things everywhere? Lots of people say sex should be private. They use the term private parts to describe parts of the body they think they are sex parts. Yes, because they are. Private means behind closed doors. Oh, here is where this whole section I can't show on screen because it would be blocked and fuzzed out and not allowed. Because guess what this is? A page with nipples, a page with boobs, a page with nipples, a page with butts, a butthole, the vaginal opening, the inner labia, the clitoris, the clitoral hood, what it looks like before puberty, what it looks like after puberty. There's penises. Penises, testicles, the shaft, the scrotum, all of it. Foreskin, no foreskin. What it looks like cold, what it looks like hot. Why on earth are we allowing our teenagers to view things that shouldn't be shown anywhere else? This is not for people of different lifestyles to teach our kids. This is the stuff that we are supposed to teach our kids. Having a penis isn't what makes you a boy, and having a vulva isn't what makes you a girl. Excuse me? This teenager is walking along, and all of a sudden they're thinking about private parts. And then they start getting a feeling. And then they're like, oh my goodness, that feels really good. Oh, that's just you feeling really good in yourself. No, that's an orgasm. Here's how the sex binary works. I can't. The words sex and gender are connected and they're different. No, they're the same. You might want to live without all the pressures of boy-girl binaries. Okay, so you're teaching the kids that they shouldn't want to live or shouldn't want to be who they are because because it's not easy, because life has pressure. So another way to tell them, hey, if you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel okay, you can change anything you want to. Oh, you're going through puberty? You don't like what's happening to your body? You can change that. Go see a doctor and have things cut off and take some pills. That's basically what's being told. And that is so not okay. You might have grown up in a community that expects you to conform to the gender binary. No, you might have grown up in a community where boys and girls were just boys and girls, and there is no other option. Sign me up. This girl is wearing cat nails, cat ears, and a cat apron. And the next picture, she's wearing the cat ears, the cat nails, cat sleeves, and a cat dress. And then the other person with her has cat ears, a cat pin, and a cat purse. Her whole room is decked out in cats. And she has a tail. This is what they're telling our kids. Our identities are connected to things that are important to us, things that we care about. Okay, not a terrible thing to say. When we discover someone or a group of people who share things that are important to us, we might identify with them. Fine. Norwegian forest cats are my favorite. Choosing a word to describe our identity is a way of showing ourselves and others that part of us is meaningful. The words are fine. The way they're written is misleading. Along with the graphic of the girl being a cat with another cat person. Your gender identity describes, now we go into gender identity. After finding people who share things that are important to us. See what they're doing? They're making you think that your gender identity and your self-identity have to do with your gender, which isn't your sex. So you can make believe and make up this whole world that you believe is real and true to you. But that's all it is. It's not reality. They're allowing you to come up with this whole... They're creating a whole generation of people who will have a split identity disorder because of what they're being taught is okay and real. Your gender identity describes how you think and feel about yourself. And you want others to think and feel about you when it comes to masculinity and femininity. That has nothing to do with you being a cat. There isn't one complete list of gender identities. Yeah, there is. Female, male. On the next 2 pages, you'll find definitions of gender identities. You may use one or more of these terms. You can use more than one gender identity. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of somebody. There was a celebrity who transitioned to the opposite gender and then fell in love with someone who was the opposite gender and transitioned to their gender. So it was a male and a female who transitioned to female and male, and then they were attracted to each other. Sounds like, ironically, it was a male and female who aren't actually trans, who are just attracted to each other. It is a heterosexual relationship. Will you stop putting all this stupid icing on it? You're not a cake. Oh, there may not be a term yet for the way you feel. Again, based on feelings. This is actually really cute. This is the smartest thing I've seen in this book. There's a robot, a label maker, and a turtle. Well, the label maker robot dude put a label on the turtle. He says, "What's the big deal? I'm a label machine, I'm labeling." "Well, quit it, no one asked you." "But it's what I do." "Yeah, well, I'm a turtle, but you don't see me eating pizza." "No, you're making a fictional turtle reference, but you're a turtle living beside a pond. And you're a talking machine." Point taken. That is the smartest thing I've seen in this book. The sad thing is, there was only one book about stuff like that in the teen section because it's in their actual literature. Ooh. Please watch your teens. Please parent your teens. Stop letting culture and everyone else do what they think is right for your teens, because it's not. It's not.